What's up guys, Coach Chaz Fitness here. So today's topic, fear. I've been getting a lot of messages lately about fears. I'm going to use a perfect example of probably the most common type of fear that I get. So Fit Club, I host a free group workout over at a big gym inside of a church here in town in McMinnville, Oregon. I call it Mac Fit Club. McMinnville is the town name, so that's where Mac came from. Basically, I host these workouts from 6 to 7 p.m. Mondays and Thursdays. 100% free. I have no obligations, no requirements for these people. Just show up, put in the work, and try to better yourself. So I can't tell you how many people I've had that want to come to Fit Club, they want to work out, they want to be involved and plugged in with a group of supportive people on the same journey, the same goals, but that fear is holding them back. That fear, and it's always in your head, guys. The fear, and I'm going to use Fit Club as the primary example, but this goes for any other aspect in life. It's not just working out and fitness, that kind of stuff. But for Fit Club, especially, you're working out in front of people you do not know. You are afraid to just show up and not care about what people think about you. And that's the biggest thing, is in today's society, we care way too much about how other people perceive us. And that, I feel, is the main fear that holds us back from a lot of goals that we want to accomplish. Is simply just caring way too much about what other people think. Let's use, going back to Fit Club. I have a lot of people that say, I want to go, and I've talked to several of them, and they just flat out tell me, I'm scared to work out in front of people. I'm embarrassed, I'm out of shape, I'm unmotivated, whatever it may be. People are afraid to go to Fit Club because they're going to be scared that they'll embarrass themselves. People are going to look at them and judge them. That's not the case. And it's just one of those things you have to think about. Okay, let's take those fears. How about you face them? What's the worst thing that can happen? You show up to Fit Club, you get your butt kicked, and you feel accomplished afterward because you just stepped out of your comfort zone. Think about that for a second. Think about how amazing you would feel if you actually faced that one little fear, that one insecurity. You show up, you face something that you are scared of. How would you feel after? Think about that right now. Think about something that you are afraid of, whether it be coming to Fit Club, whether it be going back to college for a degree you want, any type of goal. Think about that real quick. What would you feel like if you faced that fear and you accomplished it? You would feel damn amazing. And that's what I want to talk about today, was fear. I've had my own fears throughout the last 4 years doing this journey. And honestly, it's just getting to a point where I'm getting fed up with people constantly just being afraid and afraid and afraid. We, in today's society, we live in our heads. One of my biggest fears, for example, was going back to people judging me. I was so scared to be myself, be outgoing and be energetic, because I was afraid of what people would think about me. They'd think, oh, this guy is annoying, what's he doing? I was scared to be myself. And that led me, I was thinking about this yesterday. We live in a world in our heads completely different than how we are actually in person. And I know some of you are connecting with me on this one right now. Especially if you think about going out with people, whether it be friends, family, whatever, in your head, you may see yourself, and I'm talking about my own experience. So what I would do if, I knew I was going out with friends or something, like I can see myself being funny and energetic and talking to everybody and being that guy that people want to be around. They have fun around me. I would totally see that in my head, but then I get put into that situation, and that's not the case because that fear kicked in. I was there physically with people, and that fear of being judged was taking over my head and drove me nuts. And so what happens is you shut down. That's when you go from being energetic and funny and loud and outgoing in your head to physically you're shy, you're quiet, you're unmotivated, you're kind of just there. Your friends may be talking or whoever you're out with, and you're just kind of there. You're not really engaging, you're not being yourself, because you're simply just letting that fear hold you back. The day that I said, you know what, screw it, what's the worst thing that can happen? So they think I'm annoying, so what? I got over it. I started being myself. I started being energetic and outgoing and the confident person that I am now. And some people may judge me. I don't care. And that's the biggest thing, was I faced it and I didn't care what people thought about me. And that was one of my biggest fears I got over. And nowadays, I'm hosting Fit Club in front of 20, 30, 40 people I've never met before, and I'm up there talking and blah. I don't care what people think about me now. That's the biggest thing that I think holds us back in today's society. Whether it be going to Fit Club or going out with your friends or whatever it may be, that, you know, we care way too much, guys, way too much about what people think about us. So get over it. And the other thing I wanted to share was, all right, this is where we are today. This is where we want to be. Two completely different things. Like I was just talking about, this may be you right now being afraid, being scared, having your fears, afraid of being judged, or, you know, whatever it may be. The only way you are ever going to go from that sad face and being lonely and depressed, going to that happy, confident, strong, sexy self, the only way that's ever going to happen is if you close the gap. And how do you close that gap? Action. That's what it comes down to. Action. Not thinking about it, not talking about it, not wishing about it or dreaming about it, but taking damn action with it, guys. That is where that gap closes. Your life will never be what you want it to be until you take action. Don't just set goals, but accomplish them by taking action. One of my favorite quotes is, a dream is only a dream until you set a deadline. Then it becomes a goal. And that is what we need to start doing. So if you are afraid to come to Fit Club, write a list of the reasons why. Why are you afraid? And take this with any goal. Pick a goal right now, pause the video, write down a big goal that you want to have, a fear. Now write down why you are afraid. And that's in one column. Second column, I want you to write down how you would feel if you faced that fear. So let's say your goal is to come to Fit Club, and why you have not come, and that fear is because you're afraid of being embarrassed because you're going to be working out in front of people. And then in the second column, how would you feel afterwards? Let's say you show up to Fit Club, you just say, screw it, I don't care what people think about me. You show up, and you may have the absolute time of your life. So you face that fear of being embarrassed, and the end result is you were accomplished, you showed up, you faced that fear. How would you feel at that point? I bet you would feel damn amazing if you just faced it. And like I said, take this with any goal. So that's my little ramble for today. Fear, get over it. Sometimes you have to tell yourself to just shut up, face it, and do it, because you cannot conquer what you will not confront. So, guys, get out there, achieve greatness. I'll catch you later.